now. Yes, we are. Right now. Oh, I gotta kill that. Stop. All right, so yeah, we are live. And hey, it's Mike, it's Wendy. It's Monday. You're in the marriage shop, the mobile marriage shop, that is. And so Wendy told you all that we might be going live at random times, but
yeah,
I don't even know if we knew it would be like right now, frankly.
No, it's a pop-up shop.
It's a pop-up shop. So we popping up with VA, Christiansburg, Blacksburg, Shawsville, Elliston. We coming through your town like right now. And now we're gone. It was just, we just coming, passing your exit, I think is a more accurate description. But hey, I'm Mike, this is Wendy. Welcome, y'all. It's been a long time.
It has. It's been a couple of weeks. And so hopefully you've had some time to, as they say, relax, renew, refresh, or refresh, renew for the new year. We've had 2 holidays in the last couple of weeks, and a lot has happened with us, but we're glad to be back with you. And so the weather started out really nice in Evans, and it is getting, I say, increasingly or decreasingly cooler. What would you, it's decreasing? It's going down.
It's going up, I thought. It was
It got warm?
I mean, during the holidays, it was like...
No, I'm talking about right now as we drive.
Oh, as we drive, it is... No, it's getting warmer.
It's getting warmer.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
We're up, it is like 67 degrees right now.
Oh, that's great.
Middle of Virginia.
Let me slow down before I get a ticket.
You're not going to get a ticket.
Speed just changed.
Look, watch out for fat boys over here. But, now that I'm saying they're emerging. Yeah, so... It's getting warmer, so it's, but it's warm everywhere. I think down in our area it's supposed to be in the low 70s today.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all can tell us if it ever got there. But up here in the mountains, nice, right?
Very nice.
And it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite places to be.
Yes.
Even though right now not a leaf on a tree. I mean, there's some evergreens. Even the evergreens look a little brown.
Yeah.
But eyes on the road. Eyes on the road now. So.
I wasn't looking at the trees.
Oh, okay. I mean, just
they're like, it's like that movie Deliverance out here. They're like rolling up on us fast.
Yeah, they are, but don't worry about it. Hey, listen,
like
just
rocks.
in case you're concerned, you're picking this up a little bit late. The plan is for us supposed to replay at 7 o'clock. We're not recording at 7 because, well, there are a few reasons, but we're on the road, and it looks like our arrival time for our stop tonight will be close to that 7 o'clock hour. So we wanted to just kind of avoid that altogether and be able to chat with you for a little bit. We are on the way to Syracuse, New York, where we're going to drop off Morgan for the second half of her junior semester, or junior year, rather.
Yeah,
second semester.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. So I mean, not that long ago, we were on this very road. Weren't we headed up or something? It doesn't matter. Anyway, all I'm saying is time flies, y'all. So if you got babies in elementary school, hopefully you're getting ready to take them to college. It comes that quick.
Hey, you wanna can you grab my phone and check something for me?
Okay, I'm grabbing the phone and I'm checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just check Facebook.
Okay. All right. So I'm checking, so you can talk to the people while I'm checking.
Yeah. So so this is always a little bittersweet, and we've talked with many of you who when it's time for the kids to go back to school, some people can't wait. Like that song, I mean, is that which song is that? It's the most wonderful time of the year, is it, or which one is it? There's a Christmas song that says that mom and dad can't wait for school to start again. You know what I'm talking about?
Really?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I don't know the words to that.
Yeah, and mom and dad can wait for school to start again. Blah, blah. Anyway,
That's so funny.
and so it's, because the kids are having fun, they're wilding out, they're getting off their routines, sleeping in late, eating all kinds of junk, and just having a ball, and then that abruptly comes to an end. Is bad for them, but probably good for parents. That's all we're saying.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
I mean, yeah, this is way different though, right?
This is way different. So it's bittersweet for us, because those that are taking their babies back to college, or their babies are taking themselves back to college, it's a little bit different. It's not exactly that. We've enjoyed having Morgan at home. As most of you know, she's been in London for the last several months, and there's just something about when your baby is across the pond or across the world So we were really glad to have her home and really thankful to be able to spend time with both of our daughters. Sydney was also home for Christmas, so it was a good time.
Yeah, and it's like I kind of knew she was coming home for Christmas, but there was something when we kind of all were able to get there together. Something very cool about that almost felt unexpected.
Yeah.
And so it was a good time.
And the cat. So we posted some pictures on our page. If you didn't get a chance to see, you can see. That's a real time picture, I guess, Christmas picture with Sydney holding her cat Ray Adele.
Ray Adele.
Yeah.
Cat has like a real name.
Morgan is holding Ruby. Some of y'all might remember Ruby, and Dallas is chilling on the ground. So yeah, it's all of us. Those are the Perrys.
Yes.
And it was just really cool to even take some time to take some pictures. That was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so and it wasn't hard.
It wasn't hard. It was under notes.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wherever those are.
It's no.
Okay.
No, you'll see it. It's like yellow at the top and white at the bottom.
All right. I got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, so it was good. It was a good time. So the last time we were on several weeks ago, I'm not going to ask you what we talked about.
Thank you.
But do you remember what we talked about?
Several weeks ago?
Yeah.
No, I do not.
See, you know what?
What?
This truck behind us. Y'all can see this truck like tailgating, right?
Listen,
we're coming down the mountain. And it's precarious, and the cars in the front are kind of slowing down, and he's like right on our bumper. It's just nerve-wracking.
You know, it's like we have dash cam, but for the back, it's back cam.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we actually have. I don't think it'll run at this speed. But
yeah,
we
I wouldn't
record
want
this
it to.
time.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
just mess you
all
up.
right.
Okay, anyway. So
You're me looking back while I'm
fine.
going forward.
But you are though.
Yeah, but I mean like
All right.
Continuously.
Oh, I opened up Notes Plus. Apparently, that's not.
But that's not it.
Why would it?
I said it's white at the bottom and yellow at the top.
Well, I mean, white and yellow make brown.
It looks
in this
like
case. I got it.
It looks like a piece of paper.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm getting there.
Okay.
But don't mind me.
Or you can just swipe up from the bottom and it still should be open.
Yeah, I tried that.
Oh, there it is. I saw it on the page you were just on.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, those were not the notes. Trust me.
No. Yes. So sorry, I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road, trying to help you. I'm doing too much.
Don't help me.
That's what happens.
Don't help me. Listen. Sometimes it's not your time to help.
Yeah.
That's the message for today's marriage shop.
Is
Sometimes
that
it ain't your time to help. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just need to literally stay in your lane.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes that's hard to do. So, anyway, we decided to pop up now for a number of reasons, as Mike mentioned, but also because we have some daylight right now. It's always a little crazy when we're trying to record at night, and it's going to be dark when we get to where we're going.
Yeah.
But driving through the mountains is a little crazy. Some people love it, like going down a huge hill on a skateboard really fast. And then there are those of us who are like little old ladies, you know, with our fingerprints being imprinted into the steering wheel.
No
Just
offense.
saying.
No offense to the little old ladies who are who tend to lean more toward the extreme.
Chimiko,
No offense.
hey.
What's up, Chimiko? Hey, baby, you know how small that writing is? Do not read. I'll shout the people out.
Okay.
Chimiko, hey. All right, did that work? Is that good? Hey, good to see you. Happy New Year. Good to see you. So but it is working. So, So, we want to thank you all for your prayers for my Aunt Jean. We had put out, just asking folks to pray for her. She was in the hospital, and she did pass. And so we were able to go home or stay home, I guess, at that point, and celebrate her and connect with family. And so that was really, it was important for us to do.
Yeah.
And it was good to be around family.
It really was. I mean, it always is. Your family is so close. Our family. I can say your family. It's the family I married into, but they're mine.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just good because, I said this from the beginning. You all just have a really unique way of helping each other heal in the midst of grief. And, you know, there was something very different about this experience in terms of even, you know, how we came together and where everybody was. And I think that's just because of who Gene is, who Gene was.
Yeah.
And, you know, definitely the life of the party, definitely the person that was going to make you laugh some way, somehow. I would miss her dearly.
Yeah, I will as well. And so, you know, it's we'll talk a little bit more about it, you know, but kind of a tough, you know, unexpected loss kind of hit everybody in the gut. And to some extent, I think everybody is recovering.
Yeah.
But you know, if you live long enough, then you know you're going to lose people, and sometimes it's going to be around the holidays and things like that. And so a lot of people, they feel it during the holidays. Maybe not because you lost that family member during the holidays, but you know, people will often have traditions and things that they do.
Yeah.
Which are traditions, I guess. But you know, there's things that you tend to do, and then all of a sudden those things change.
Yeah.
Right. And so, it can be tough, but it is a blessing to be able to be around family and to connect and to help each other to heal.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did.
Yeah. And I think it really made me thankful. There are a couple of things. You know, when we got married, we, like many people when they get married, there's somebody taking videos and people are saying things, right? What do you want to say to the couple and all that? And our video was kind of crazy, but we didn't know when we were doing that and going through that whole process that, you know, there were people that were there with us that wouldn't be with us today. I mean, what I mean by that is while you're doing it, while you're celebrating, while you're enjoying or you're focused on your event or what's happening, you're not thinking about, you know, who might not be here next year or tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so I think it just reminds us to really just savor every moment and really appreciate the times that we do get to be together, and not take those times for granted. And so when we came together in 2016, when the family all came together at our house for Thanksgiving, it was really special, and I had the idea of, I've been hearing that. That's like stressing me out.
Those are, I think those are like there's like a certain kind of brakes, like when you're in the hills, there's like a brake that you use.
Sounded like
I forgot what it's called.
Blowing a horn.
Yeah,
That was
it kind of
crazy.
is. Yeah, but it's not a horn.
Okay.
Though. It's like
Anyway, but I had this
mechanism.
idea of asking everybody to bring an ornament. And so that year it was going to be our family tree. You know, just kind of a different take. And so it was really, really cool to see all of the different ornaments that people brought. And so every year we get blessed by hanging those ornaments on the tree. And this year, I was a little under the weather. I'm still kind of under the weather, y'all. I was sick. And Mike put all of the ornaments on the tree this year. And that was really special. I mean, it was like you wake up and Christmas has happened. Like, it was like magic. Like, Santa Claus came and decorated the whole house at night, just like the cartoons say. You know, there's nothing happening, and then Santa Claus comes, and the whole house now becomes like super decorated, and everything is done like in a snap of a finger. That was cool.
I appreciate that. I think you're overstating a little bit, because Wendy, she did probably part of the reason she was feeling down is because she did, you know, she was on the edge and really did a lot before she went to sleep. But man, look, when I looked around, I'm like, oh, Christmas happening in here tonight. No matter what, what it takes. We getting these ornaments on this tree tonight.
That's funny.
So that's what we did.
Yeah. So we got it in there. I mean, it was Christmas Eve because we've been on the move. It feels like we hit the ground running in 2022. It started in January and it really didn't end until December.
Yeah. No, it didn't. And you know, and part of that was, well, I guess we would have been on the road anyway, actually, right? And so, so we got to thank Jennifer Abbott, you know, everybody at Family Life who was praying for us, Tony and Vanita Mitchell who replaced us in Charleston. So if you were in Charleston,
love you, Tony and Vanita.
Love you guys. You know, we're sorry we missed you, But hopefully you had an amazing time. Well, we actually already got a report back from folks who were in attendance. They said it was amazing. So thank you all for covering us in so many ways. So that was great.
And we're sorry we didn't get to spend that weekend with Greg Speck and the Graces, Chris and Elisa Grace. We were really looking forward to it, and any of you that may have traveled to Charleston to meet us there, we're sorry that we missed you, but at the same time, just know that if we could have been there, we would have been there.
Yeah.
But we were probably exactly where we needed to be.
Yeah, no question. And so in doing that, we were saying goodbye to somebody that we love very much. But even in the midst of all that, there's so many things that you're reminded of, how we're blessed, and and how families evolve. Yeah. And so it was just good to be around folks like, well, first of all, my Uncle Tree, Clarence Demery, who married us. Yes. He's kind of, I guess he's become, on my mom's side of the family, he's kind of the patriarch of the family, if you will. And so he was there, and so we were able to be there with him, and because we were the first couple he married, by the way. Yeah. Ever. Back in 1998. 98, 25 years ago, almost. And Jaylee's our I keep wanting to call her our niece. She's actually our cousin. Yeah, she's our cousin. Yeah. And so, but she married Jalen. They're in North Carolina right now. Locklear, the Locklears, right? So they were there. So we were kind of there together. So we're there with Tree and his first couple and the most recent couple that he married, because he married them just a few months ago. We'll post that picture later. Yeah. Yeah. So so you get a chance to see kind of growth, and you get a chance to see. Hey, Gloria Hamilton. What's up, Gloria Hamilton? So you got hey, good people. Hey, and so you get a chance to kind of see cycles being broken, right? Like the evidence of cycles being broken, in our families, and just how important, how amazing marriage can be, and what that creates as far as family goes. So that was really cool. Yeah, I mean, and when you're living life, like when we're doing what we're doing, we're just living, right? And we don't always appreciate or pause and reflect to know what impact even we have, whether it's on people that we minister to, people in our community, or within our own families, just by being who we are. And we've said this to you all, a few times. What does your marriage say about you, right? What message does your marriage send, in other words? And so it's a really beautiful thing to maybe be something that symbolizes hope in marriage and for marriages, versus having no hope in marriage. Yeah. I think it's an important point and an important message. Like, and I'm not even, we're not even saying, hey, be like us, no. Right? Because I don't even know what that would look like for anybody else. But I think what we are saying is there is hope. There are a lot of singles who wonder, is it possible? Is it really possible? Is that real? Yeah, it's real. It's possible. And so you got to have hope about that. But we've been having a lot of chats lately about happiness, right? and matter of fact, we're going to talk. We're not getting into it that much tonight, but we're going to talk about, right? If happiness is a thing, like if you're supposed to be happy in your marriage, or no? Was that what we said? Supposed to be fun. I'm sorry, that's it. My bad. Is marriage supposed to be fun? That was the question. Yeah. Oh gracious, concrete on one side, truck on the other. You all right? I don't need you to add. Okay, we good. Hey, you're doing great. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you. this little respite. But yes, marriage is supposed to be fun. Is what we're going to be talking about, like down the road in 2023. Yeah. But it's fun. It is fun a lot of days. Some days it's not, and that's okay. Some days it's not, right? I mean, yeah. We talked about that, Kev, on stage. Yeah. Marriage be hard.
I mean, sometimes we feel that way, but I think it's important to not make that your mantra, right? That shouldn't be the thing that you say before you say anything else. When somebody else asks you, or somebody asks you about marriage, it shouldn't be a, you know, you know, do you, are you sure you want to do that? Or, you know, it's hard work. I mean, you really got to think that thing through.
And a lot of people, it's funny because when people are considering getting married, oftentimes the first thing is, man, you know, it's hard work. And to me, I don't know how that hits anybody else, but if that's the first thing I hear, I'm thinking homework, I'm thinking term paper, I'm thinking dissertation, I'm thinking hard work.
What's Gloria saying?
Gloria said, love y'all, love you, hope, yes, hope and truth, for sure, but there will be some days, so you have to have Jesus. Yeah, 100%. And I'm reading all slow, y'all, because I don't have my glasses.
Oh.
And you don't either, but there you are, reading across the room, the fine print. Anyway, but yeah, so it is, you know, yeah, sure, it's work, obviously. Anything of value is going to be work. And anything that you love, that you're in all the time, you're not going to be like, woohoo, like jumping every day, like talking about how much fun you're having. But I think that it's just like, I don't know, if I could equate it to going to an amusement park and you want to ride that roller coaster, right? Well, you gotta get in, you gotta wait. There's a period of time when you may be saying, you know what, I'm not really having that much fun right now, but there's a reason why you're standing there, right? And so once you experience that, it's like, yeah, this is totally worth it. I think that marriage, some of those days when you got to go through the hard ones, it's totally worth it, right? So that's all I'm gonna say on that, because we like not trying to do the whole thing right now. Right.
Well, so, I think, you know, in 2023, we're planning to talk about a few things, right? We definitely plan to bring some friends along with us. We've been talking about that for a while.
We're serious, y'all. 2023.
We're serious about it. We're bringing some people on, and so if you want to be some friends that join us, let us know. Drop it in there right now. Let us know that you want to join us. You just want to come on side by side or whatever, and we will talk. So we already know that we're going to have the Cannings on, because they were the first ones to jump out there and say, yes, we want to join y'all.
The beverages.
Yes, we're going to have them on. So I look forward to that as well.
What's up, Tara Carroll?
Hey, Tara Carroll.
Welcome. Happy New Year.
Yeah, you know, any other couple that wants to come on and join us, we're happy to have you.
I mean, any? That's strong. Listen, I know what she said, y'all, but there will be vetting. I'm just saying.
Goodness.
I mean, for real.
To have a desire. If you want to come on and just chit chat with us, even if you want to come on for 5 minutes to say hey and share some of the wisdom that you have and things you've learned in your marriage, we invite you to just message us, direct message the page, and we will get you on sometime in 2023.
And we back. So,
oh my goodness,
still on. So,
we're in the mountains. We hope we're still here.
Yeah. We've been on this little path before. It's like, typically it's pretty strong from like New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Virginia, all the way down. It's a pretty strong signal. So anyway,
we'll see what happens.
Yep. So we back.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was saying before we.
You're talking about people we were gonna have on.
Yeah, I talked about that.
Yep.
And then what? Okay, look, I need.
And I was saying, you know, there would be vetting. You said no vetting. All it takes is like just a desire.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Yes, if you just want to come on and chit chat, even if it's for 5 minutes, we welcome you to come on. That's what I said. DM the page, and we'll bring you in the marriage shop for a little shop talk.
Yeah, after we.
Maybe for 5 minute tune-ups. Yeah.
You know, okay, now you're talking. Maybe come with I don't know, if there's a question we want to talk, like a quick, you know, maybe 5 minute tune-ups. The express lane, I think I love it. Yeah. So, you know, maybe stack up a few people, like just quick answers to questions. Quick
Gloria's
answers.
in, so the Hamiltons are in.
Yeah.
Woo woo. Okay.
So,
love it.
Yeah.
So, if you can think of some other people, make sure you share this or bring them on in. We're gonna post the video at 7 o'clock. So join us again at 7 o'clock. Of course, we won't be live, but the feed will be live and we'll be able to comment. So anyway, we appreciate you.
Javon Seaborn is in the house. What?
Hey.
He said, grace and peace, sir, ma'am. This is such a great topic. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, good to see you. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, so finances, blended families, we can't talk about that enough. Communication, of course, we can't talk about that enough. Handling conflict, or better ways to handle conflict, because that's kind of a staple. As long as you're together and you're with somebody who you didn't grow up with, in the literal sense, there's going to be conflict at some point.
Yep.
And a number of other things. Who knows what we'll be talking about? And of course, sex. We always talk about sex.
Yeah,
Because it's marriage, y'all.
Yep. So I was just trying to see what so I'm actually checking a few of the chat comments I can see. I don't know why I didn't look on your phone to start with, but Gloria said you have to look at it as being a house. You don't get excited about the foundation, but it's an important part of the process. Even more important than the paint, color, or countertop.
Which change, by the way.
No question.
That's
Love
good.
it. Love it. Staying power. That's the topic. I like it.
Like it.
Let me see. Javon Seaborn, handling money as a couple that has been married before. Yeah, because you've been married before, you got some entanglements, probably financially, or some impacts. We'll call it that,
absolutely.
Right?
Oh.
So we back again, apparently.
We in the mountains.
All right. So yeah, I just talked about how good the signal was. I'm shouting out my state, VA, and you let me down, Virginia. Come on, with the sales. Anyway, so we're talking about that. We'll actually bring on a couple who specializes, in the finance arena, and we'll talk about that. Conflict and communication. Is marriage supposed to be fun? We're going to talk about God's plan for marriage versus popular culture.
Yeah.
That particular one is going to be, I think that's going to be something, right? That'll be hopefully impactful. But we need to understand. We need to be taught, understand how to think about, talk about, live out God's plan for marriage. Even as we talk about that with folks who don't agree with that, I think it's really important, because I think we've gotten it wrong. A lot of times, whether or not your position or your argument or whatever has impact and value to people has a lot to do with how you have that conversation. And so I've actually heard some very effective approaches to the conversation. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. I think what's even maybe equally as important is understanding that, the role that you give to God within your marriage, right? And so when we talk about a marriage following God's plan for marriage, or Christian-based marriages, it's not always about your testimony for other people, but sometimes it's about even how you relate to each other, right? When things are difficult or when things are good, what your default is. Is it about you looking at the other person and taking your expectations and putting them all on them? We've talked about that, that this person is here to make me happy, for example, and not necessarily getting it right in terms of what God's gift to you is in that spouse, and just some other things. I mean, I think there's a lot to kind of I don't want to say deconstruct, because I used deconstruct a whole lot in 2022, but there's a lot to really dissect and explore as we talk about that, because from day to day, if we try to do things under our own strength, even as we relate to each other, sometimes that's just too hard to do.
No question. And so always kind of coming back to this foundation, because everything that we do, everything in your life that you do is based on something you learned, something you believe, a decision that you made. And so, in case you're new to the marriage shop, where we're coming from is this perspective that God has to be involved in this institution, this union, and in the process of living it out.
Yeah.
Because without that, it just becomes just a lot of talking and wishing and hoping and whatever. But at the end of the day, there has to be something to come back to say, okay, this is why we do what we do. This is why we believe what we believe, and this is how it looks if we live it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So you have anything else you want to put out there?
Oh, well, one quick thing, because we, just coming through the holidays and everything. I mean, there's just the holidays are a lot, for a time that's supposed to be, they're the songs, the most wonderful time of the year, and it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and there's just like pressure on a lot of people to pull this thing off, to make it look a certain way. And that could be internal with your family, your immediate family, can be extended family, could be, trying to make that tradition happen, trying to get that recipe right, trying to come up with the money that you believe that you need to make this happen.
Yeah, and I think that, it reminds me, and we've heard even in the last couple of weeks, this whole idea of your memories of, well, my grandmother or my mother always made sure, my father always made sure that Christmas was perfect, or that if there was no other time during the year that we could look forward to, we were always going to have a good Christmas.
Yeah.
And I think that in turn can put some pressure on people.
Right. And so I personally, I would suggest that you just take whatever day you have and make it a good day, whatever that looks like. But the pressure to now, because this year, obviously they put the stats out every year, and they're talking about how many people, like breaking shopping records, people going into debt in order to have a good Christmas. Right, or to have a Christmas, and even people give away toys. Like, we want the kids to have a Christmas. We got to and I don't know why you celebrate Christmas, right?
What do you mean?
I'm saying to the people. I don't know why they celebrate Christmas.
Oh,
right?
It didn't sound like a question to me.
It's not a question yet. I'm saying it's a statement. I don't know why you celebrate Christmas.
There we go.
So, back up 2 bars. Come on, baby, we can do this. Like I was saying, I don't know why you celebrate Christmas. What we often say, what Christians will often say is they're celebrating the birth of Christ, and that's what this period of time is what we're doing. Hopefully that's it. And still there's these traditions that come along with that, right? And then people, they want to give, and some people want to receive. And so, but I think it's important to recognize that the gift has already been given, right? The gift for us, the gift for humanity, it's been given. It was Jesus. And so it is Jesus, frankly, right? So it's important to wrap our mind first around that. Then I think it's important to recognize that, there's a lot of pressure that's applied externally, based on marketing, putting all these things in front of folks. Hey, you gotta have it, and there's just pressure there. And so then all of a sudden we feel like we have to live up to the pressure. And if we don't, then, we're devastated, we're upset, we're depressed, we're whatever. I'm going to invite everybody to reset a little bit. Maybe reset expectations. Maybe reset why you do what you do. All right. I had the opportunity to sit down with Prentice Gilbert and a couple of the guys to do for a podcast a couple of weeks ago. And I think Prentice titled that podcast, "It's Okay Not to Be Okay." It was actually part of something that he and a friend of his do, called the Made Man Radio Show. And they've been doing this for years. But this time they elected to focus on men, right? Black men in particular.
Yeah.
And because it was after the news broke, it was probably a week after you all know him as Twitch, committed suicide. Right? He was on So You Think You Can Dance, runner-up. Then he was on the Ellen Show as a producer, etc. And he committed suicide, right? During the holiday period. And that kind of threw everybody off a bit, because you look at the pictures, you look at how, what his life looks like from the outside, and I think it was shocking to most people. It was shocking to most people, except people who have a sense for how he might have felt, rather. And so we just we took some time and we sat down and we talked about it. I'm going to actually put the link to that conversation in the chat once we repost this, because I think it's an important conversation for everyone to listen to.
Yeah.
So, but the message I want to send is that we got to reset our expectations a bit and really consider what's really important. And if we're not okay, we need to, we often tell people, you reach out, tell somebody. And there are some people who they're just not doing it. So maybe reach out to people that you know, even people that are just good, and ask them, like, really, hey, how you doing? Like, and listen with that kind of that next level of listening. Don't stop with just fine,
Yeah.
And if you get the spidey sense that goes, that tingle that says, something seems, like, say it, like, something seems a little off with you, right?
Yeah.
Who knows what happens if we do that, but I think we have to be willing to check in on each other. And hopefully if somebody's checking in with you, pick up the phone. You don't even have to know what you're going to say. And I know, like, sometimes that phone rings and it's just like, whatever, swipe it. Pick up the phone, because somebody loves you, somebody needs you, and there's somebody that you need, right? There is always hope if you don't quit. Every single thing that you go through, that you're going through, is going to end. If you don't quit, you'll reach the other side. Every time.
Yeah.
So
I think that's really good. I mean, the whole thing that we say about the only way out is through.
Yeah.
Or you hear people talk about the only way that you can get through a storm is to ride it out, right? I mean, but understanding that you'll get to the other side, and then that's where maybe the beginning is, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily that you get to the other side and everything's good, but you have an opportunity to do something different.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to change course of what was happening. You have an opportunity to see something different and do something different and learn more, and maybe connect with somebody different. But the whole point is, and the premise is, to not give up. And so I think that whether that's giving up on yourself, giving up on your relationship or your marriage, or giving up on your family,
Yeah.
it's just important to know that everybody goes through difficult times. Everybody has times where they feel pressure. And you're not alone in that. But there is hope. There is hope. And an expected end. And so, yes, we talk hope because it's what we believe. But even as Christians, if you're talking it, you also need to not only talk it and believe it, but you need to live that way.
yeah.
And I think that, we're doing a disservice if we just try to say, okay, well, and I always say, you don't just snap your fingers and blink 3 times and turn around in a circle and everything's great. It really does require sometimes just some extra effort, and that can be painful. It can be difficult. It can be hard, but it's worth it.
And sometimes it just requires you to just stand still and wait.
That's good.
Right?
Yep.
Because the word tells us it is by grace that we are saved, not by works, so that no man can boast. Right? Whatever it is you're going through, it's not even yours to fix. So we're throwing faith on that. We're throwing faith on that list, y'all. We're talking about faith later on, because you got to understand whatever you've been through, whatever your spouse has been through, whatever. You can't fix what your spouse has been through. You can't go back and relive what you've been through. But through the love of God and the grace that's extended us through Jesus Christ, if anything, God can get you through anything, and can take everything you've been through and turn it into something that is amazing, something that you can even say, thank you, God, for that adversity. because I see where it fits now. I understand like how it applies and how to use it and how it's turned into a blessing for me. The word says that we know. 8:28, Romans 8:28, we know that God, that all things work for the good of those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. Everything, y'all, even what you've been through, even what you're going through right now. So
yeah, that's good. And so, you know, we kind of dropped a whole lot of things. We also had a lot of things, good things to celebrate over this time. And, you know, you mentioned that we had time to spend with family. We want to make sure that we say happy anniversary to Jasmine and Morris Almond.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. You know, this time last year, we were in a house with all of our family.
It was, the COVID police would have locked us up. We just say it now. We say it. COVID police would have locked us all up.
We got boosted before we went, but we were together with family for their wedding, and it was just an amazing time.
Yeah.
And so we're celebrating their 1-year anniversary. We're also celebrating the birth of Evie and Selah, twins that were born to the Fosters. And so if you've been following the Marriage Shop for a couple of years, we brought this young couple on to talk about the loss of their child. A few years ago, their daughter Shaylin, who was just a beautiful young spirit, young woman, and we had the privilege of knowing her. But she lost her life very early in a car accident, and we brought them on to talk about that grief and their journey. And God blessed them this year with a pregnancy, and they were pregnant with twin girls.
Yeah.
And so we are thanking God and praising God for their healthy birth, and every moment that they're here, and just, I mean, their cute little faces. They are. She is posting pictures every day. I expect to get 25 pictures a day from now and forever.
Yeah.
So I'm putting that out there to both of you. Just what an incredible blessing. And then, you know, just all of our family and friends that have prayed for us, we're incredibly thankful for you. You know, as we do the Marriage Shop, as we talk about marriage, as we minister to couples, as we move in and through with our business and everything that we do day to day, we thank you for praying for our marriage and praying for us. We can't thank you enough, and we appreciate you more than you know.
Yeah, and I appreciate you. I cannot believe, if you'd asked me what the name of those twin girls were, I'd be like, foster girls. I don't know. So that's amazing. You're amazing like that. I appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, y'all. So I guess, you know, we'll go ahead and close it out now. We will, if at all possible, if the bandwidth is what it needs to be, then we'll post this up on the replay for 7 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep.
And so, you know, we just appreciate y'all. We love you. We thank you so much for just your prayers and your support. Yeah, y'all are good to us, and we appreciate you. So, with that.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited about 2023 and everything that's coming. So you never know where we're going to pop up, whether it's a pop-up shop or just on Mondays. And if you think somebody could benefit from what we're sharing, make sure you tag them and drag them in to the Marriage Shop.
Tag them and drag them. Get in here. Marriage Shop is on.
Are you going to pray?
I'm going to pray. Yep. But you can keep your eyes open. It's good. All right. I'm going to just put my hand on you.
Okay,
all right.
thanks.
Heavenly Father, we just come today just thanking you for being God. Thank you for bringing us all to 2023. We just ask that every minute that we're blessed to see that we're able to use it, God, to your glory. Show us, God, your purpose for us, your purpose for our marriages. And we just ask that you bless everyone listening to live it out. Bless their homes, bless their families, everything that they put their hands to as we begin this new year. And we'll be sure to give you all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise. We thank you, God. We love you. We pray these and all blessings. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, y'all. And so, who's trying to run us off the road? You know what? Faster. Your gas mileage is amazing. How do you do that? Anyway, anyway, Wendy has a lighter foot than I do. Whatever. So, y'all take it easy, and we will see you, I guess, next week, maybe. Probably next week.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's your boy JC. I'm in